What's going on, traders? Welcome to the channel. My name's John. That's Groot. We trade options here. So market's been tanking. What do we do next? It's time to open more trades based on this volatility increasing. Basically think of this as, since the volatility and premiums are getting higher, well, you want to sort of almost average into that in a way. So we're laddering, stacking trades, and putting probabilities in our favor. So I'm going to show you a walkthrough on two trades I'm going to open in real time with AMC, and then there's an oil-based play I'm looking at in OIH. So let's dive in. I'll show you what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and how we execute this trade. All right, so right now, just to show you the volatility index, I am in the VIX. We have increased significantly. This previous support level at the $20 to $19 level has been a big support for the VIX, and we'd always bounce off it, except we went below it recently, and now we have gone back higher. So we went support, resistance right here, and then now support again. So that is something that is very key to watch. But as I go to Tastyworks, it is time to look at some trades. Recently I opened a trade in Tesla. I'm going to cover this again in a different video that is slated and ready to go. But let's look at some other premiums. AMC is looking pretty clean. I was checking this out earlier today, and I just went into the option chain for May 28th. That's 16 days away. And we are looking at, say, the $10 strike. So puts on the right, calls on the left. As I go to this $10 strike, I can look at something called a cash secured put. Basically, I have the cash available and squared away to buy 100 shares if it comes to that. If AMC drops below my strike at $10, well, I'm looking at a few things. Basically, the amount of premium I take in does give me a break-even point. So right now, with this sitting at $1.16 in credit, that's $116. My probability of profit's at 60%, which is generally lower than what you may want. However, if you're doing a cash secured put, it is kind of okay to accept a slightly lower probability. Basically assuming that if you get 100 shares, you can continue to lower that cost basis over time. So what I will do, I do like this. I'm going to slowly leg in and actually open a trade here. Let me take you out of this so that you don't see my count info. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that trade is in. Let's see how it goes. And another big one we want to look at is going to be OIH. So OIH is a oil sector ETF. And a few things I like on this as we go to the options chain is I'm going to look at 37 days out. So that is the June 18 monthly expiration. And I want to set up a put credit spread for some premium. So let's just kind of look around and see what we're staring at for premium. So if I go to around the 26 delta or so, 25 perhaps, and then I'm going to make this about a $10 wide spread, that's giving me a pretty good amount of premium. If I just look at this 260, my risk, so I'm looking at $260 in credit, and I'm risking $740 as my maximum loss. That does put me at a really good risk reward. And if you look at the probability of profit, I'm looking at 71% here, which is a really high quality trade. And another thing that's on our side is that supposedly with the oil hack going on, this should increase the price of oil and henceforth these type of ETFs. So this is something I'm willing to look at to basically balance the account out. If, say, the market stays neutral or is dropping, yet oil is looking great, well, I can actually profit based on this trade here. So it is something worth watching. And I'm going to play around with a few things really quick. Okay, 275. Yeah, that's not too bad. I give up a little bit of probability of profits, but I do take in more premium. Yeah, I'll stay here at the, what I'm looking at, I'm going to sell the 193 puts, buying the 183 puts for protection, and I'm going to submit this trade here as well. And as usual, I'll give you the numbers this time so you got something, but you're not seeing the account info. Okay, order is in. And basically what I'm doing here now is getting, okay, orders are in. So right now I'm just waiting on a fill. I'll update as those go along, and clearly you're seeing basically a sea of red here. Yes, as you look on other areas, maybe on Wall Street Bets or something, people are looking not so great as well. So, best of luck to everyone in their trading. But this is also why I always say keep your risk in check. Make sure you have basically dry powder available in case you're looking to set up an order or get something going. It does look like I kind of made that fill faster in AMC, so it looks like that did go through, and I'm waiting on OIH, but I will not force that trade to go through here. But one thing I find interesting as we look at AMC, so keep this in mind here, you're going at $114 in credit. Okay, so that's basically the premium collected. And if I'm going off my strike, which is the $10 strike, minus 1.14, that's going to put my break even on this trade at $8.86 a share. So basically AMC does have to drop below that price for me to not be at break even. And what I can do is, if we get assigned shares, I can sell calls against my 100 shares, basically in a covered call aspect, and this will continue to lower my cost basis from the $8.86. Now let's look at it this way. If you're looking at $114 and really at risk for you is $886, that's the 886 times 100 nominal, that puts us here pretty interesting. We're looking at a 12.8% return on capital, so that's pretty good. I'm basically putting a certain amount of capital at risk, and I'm looking to get about a 13% possible return on that capital, which is pretty interesting. That's actually a really good setup, really good risk reward here. And I know some people are like anti meme stock, AMC, etc., maybe GameStop kind of thing, but if you're getting premiums and it's reasonable enough and worth the risk, and you're not putting your whole account into it, it is well worth that type of setup, at least in my account and in my risk profile. So keep that in mind. Also, OIH did get filled, so we are looking good here. Collected $255 in credit, and targeting, we're at the 37 days out to expiration there too. And this next portion is going to describe my Tesla trade, how I got it set up, and what my expectations are within this trade.